The joke makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's so dumb. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to We Are the Batman. I'm Mike.
And this is Matthew.
All right. So you guys voted for it. Here we are. We are starting with FLASHPOINT Paradox. Justice League, the FLASHPOINT Paradox, the animated movie, which I haven't seen in some time.
Okay.
In a few years, at least. Because I think I watched it when we were going through like some of the animated ones, but that was at least 2 years ago, if not longer, because I don't even know if I did watch for that. I don't know about you, but because I have mixed feelings on this movie.
Yeah. I haven't sat down to watch it top to bottom in a couple years, but it played in the background about 8 months ago one day.
Gotcha.
So if that makes any sense.
Yeah. So, but this is one that like we've referenced a lot on the show. There's a particular moment that we're gonna get to that has long plagued my mind, and maybe today will be the day we answer it. We'll see. So if you've got your own copy to watch, please watch that ahead of time. Obviously I wouldn't recommend this being the first way you watch this movie. But yeah, kick back, and we're watching this on Max, so you guys can watch it too.
I'm already bored. No.
I already don't get it.
Already yawning. Wait, is this about Flash? Or is this about Batman? Which was this about? Warner Brothers Animation, back when they made good movies.
Yeah.
Stop! You're supposed to stop for people who need help!
No, that's actually not.
Yeah.
You can't change other people. It's just a waste of energy. But, Barry, when I was a little girl, Grandma taught me a prayer.
I really do like this animation style.
It is very good. There are things about it that we'll bring up later that are a little weird to me, but other than that, it's very crisp.
Well, and it also, like, this is a stylistic choice to make it comic booky, in my opinion. So it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, that's what they were still going for at the time. Is they were just trying to make it look as close to a comic book as you can. And then you get to things like Killing Joke, where they literally went like lifted the panels one for one.
Then you get to that crap CGI Tomorrowverse.
Anyway.
What happened to that lamp?
And whose birthday was it?
Yeah.
I think it's his mom's, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, literally right there you go, Mike.
Yes, Mike, it was.
Yeah.
Well,
not as well versed in Barry Allen. I grew up when Wally West was Flash, so.
Why did you put ketchup everywhere?
We're going to have hot dogs with the cake, Mom? Also, the kid hasn't moved. No one's moved the kid.
I know.
You just set up the crime scene around the kid.
I should have been there.
What?
If I just ran a little faster, I'd have been there.
Barry, you were just a boy.
It's like half the cast of Grey's Anatomy's in this movie.
It's true. I know. Because at the time they were making these, Grey's Anatomy was still, I mean, not to say it's not big now, but it was like still the hottest thing on TV at the time.
That's a cool looking Barry.
Yeah.
Well, Flash, once again, it looks like you're the bottom, and I'm the top.
Oh, Top. Of all the rogues they picked for this one, I know he's only in like this scene, but like, really? Top?
Yeah.
I so love what My Adventures with Superman has been doing with all these characters.
Yeah.
You didn't see that coming. Oh, wait, wrong universe.
Captain Glow Up with Absolute.
Oh, I know.
Captains Boomerang and Cold. The Gang's all here.
Not a lot of captains in your rogues gallery there, Flash. What captains?
I'm gonna bring this shrine to your ego down on your head, along with 10 square
It's the
blocks of
necks.
Central
The
City.
necks drive me crazy. All of their necks are so huge, and I don't like it. And their heads, it's just their shoulders. It reminds me of that early 2000s Captain America.
Something I
Yeah.
stick to
Huge
your belt.
torsos.
You can't escape, Flash. The adhesive will never completely liquefy, regardless of speed.
I'm counting on that.
Oh,
If it means shattering your golden throne in history, linking your name forever to this city's darkest hour, then my life is a small price to pay.
What is so evil?
there we go.
Ah, there's our boy.
Mhm.
Hey, Kev.
There we go.
Call them.
You've got your.
Why is
posse.
Captain Adam here? Because we need him for the plot.
Clearly, you should
Yeah.
never do this stuff without me. You end up with crap all over yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Guy. I mean, Nathan. I mean, Hal. I mean,
We're out of options. Each of you take one of the rogues as far from Central City as you can.
We'll attempt to disarm the devices once sufficiently isolated.
I love Batman with the group. I love Batman with the Justice League.
I like his costume in this with the blue.
Yeah, me too. Although I like the rebirth with the trim on the outside of the bat. I like it
Mhm.
being a little raised.
Right in the
Stuck one in. Oh God.
yeah. Hold on now, Wonder Woman.
Aren't you gonna do something?
I am.
Okay, I also would just like to say
I've got a million microbes.
that I feel like if Captain Cold's gun is enough to work on one of them, they could have just shot all of them with the cold gun and been done with it.
Yeah.
Or had everybody take their belts off and had said Superman fly into space with all these in your hand. I think you'd be okay. But
Yeah.
it is kind of cool seeing how each of them would disarm one of these bombs one at a time.
Yeah.
Have you been waiting to pull the trigger all this
Yeah, I
time?
know. Jeez, lady.
I will say I love the times when Aquaman's like communicating with fish gets taken to a really savage level.
Yeah.
Ooh, tickled.
Yeah. Now punch him. Boom, it blows up Metropolis.
Yeah. And climate change.
Yeah. I thought you were going to catch that.
May have made
There's a plane just flying overhead.
a bomb still turn
Yeah.
this monument to your ego into your cartoon.
I was going to say, none of the other Justice Leaguers have their own museum, Flash. It is a little
Yeah.
on the nose.
Going to die.
You may have my powers, Tom, but you have almost zero imagination about using them. Looks like 25th century technology is pretty delicate.
So sad. So sad.
Good noob.
Yeah. Learn how to use powers.
Boom. Roasted.
But no matter how fast you run, you can't save everyone. Not the ones that matter to you.
Best to keep your mouth shut if you don't want bugs in your teeth.
Bro, I run at supersonic speeds. I live with bugs
Yeah.
in my teeth.
You okay?
Don't worry about me, Bats. I'm fine. Nothing I can't run off.
Yes, as somebody who grew up with Wally West as the Flash, both in cartoons and in comics, you know, this was kind of my first like foray into really getting into Barry Allen. Was this movie.
This
And
this
both-
movie? Oh wow.
This movie. Well, remember, I was such a late bloomer to stuff.
That's true.
Barry hadn't been Flash for a while by the time I got into comics.
And you were like 12 years old when this came out?
When this came out, I was out of college. I was definitely out of college, barely, but at that point you had applied for an AARP membership.
Yeah, I was getting better prices at restaurants.
Yeah, you were.
Flash's worst enemies bent on Flash's destruction so they can take over Central City? Okay, we'll continue this hilarious leg pulling later. After the Flash.
You've been getting into the cocaine and storage again, man?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh. Have you ever fallen down a flight of stairs on your back like that?
All right.
No, I caught myself.
Mom?
Middle school, 6th grade. I
Oh.
fell down like half a flight of stairs carrying my heavy ass backpack, knocked the wind out of me, messed up my back for like months. It is the
even for you.
next level pain I can't even describe.
I'm fine. Mom. It's you. You're here.
It's you. Hi.
People have been acting so strangely with this terrible war hanging over their heads.
Ha 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 ooh ha ha ha.
You know, the Flash. Fastest man alive, fights crime, very famous superhero.
Got my own museum.
Yeah.
You mean like Batman?
So, did you know anything about this before you watched it? So, do you know who he was?
I knew like the surface level stuff when I watched this for the first time. Like I knew there was an alternate timeline with Thomas Wayne as Batman.
Okay.
And I knew that there was. That's literally all I knew about it. I just knew that this was the story with Thomas Wayne as Batman. Beyond that, I knew nothing going into it.
See, I remember when this was going on, and like, they didn't reveal he was Thomas Wayne until like the 3rd or 4th issue of the series.
Yeah.
So I remember like they were like, "What is with this Batman?"
That was what got them into like hurrying up and getting to this movie, was because like I remember hearing about that hitting comics and then being like, what?
He's probably already dead.
Then so are you.
Yeet.
Ooses.
Cyborg, I surrender to you.
Who's voicing Yo-Yo? Is that still
I don't know. Hold on.
Let her hit the pavement.
Hayden Walsh? No idea. I think it's funny that that's Michael B. Jordan.
Jordan, yeah, I know.
Like, what? That is that long ago that he was not famous enough to say no.
Yeah, this is like one of his first like gigs.
Over 100 million people died when Atlantis sank Western Europe.
This story is like, I will say, I don't like everyone talks about Flashpoint because of the Thomas Wayne Batman stuff and resetting the timeline and all that. I don't think it gets enough credit for just how freaking dark it is. And like,
it's
like,
dark, but this doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand how him doing what he did suddenly makes the Amazonians and the Atlanteans go to war to the level that they're doing it.
Herein lies the rub with Flashpoint in general. It's just their way. It's the whole ripple effect of time travel thing that they introduce. It's you kind of have to take that whole. You kind of have to be on board with that whole concept in general, and if you're not, then the whole thing falls apart.
Well, I do and don't like. I get that ripple effect, but I don't understand how that effect does. Well, you know what I mean?
That's my point. Is like either you have to either be on board with it or not is kind of the thing. And
that's my only.
That's kind of my hang up with it too. Is just, and I'm not a scientist, but just it doesn't. From traditional time travel explanation, doesn't make the most sense. Like, why are they willing to destroy the world over whether or not who Wonder Woman, whether or not Wonder Woman gets to bone Aquaman? Like,
yeah.
And I know it's deeper than that, but that is ultimately what this comes down to. Is like they were banging, they got caught, and then she got pissed that she got caught. Like,
and then killed his wife, and then took her crap. Yeah, and that's why the entire world is being destroyed.
Yeah, I know. This movie is at least like it's nailing the pacing. Like, because the Flashpoint book, it's so much. Like reading all of Flashpoint to get what's going on is such a daunting task. This does a good job of like, here's what you need. Here's the important stuff.
What turned you into the Unabomber?
Who are you?
I will say
said,
this. I wish they should have just let Jeffrey Dean Morgan be Thomas Wayne.
Thank you. Yes, I understand they wanted to figure out the Ben Affleck Batman thing, but we should have just had Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
God, he's the one who died.
Because we were
that
robbed
night.
of this in live action.
Bruce,
There's no sign of the package or any other members of the Resistance. And I'm up to my neck in Amazons.
Oh, you're dead, bro. Bye. Sorry, buddy.
Up to your neck is an interesting way of
Yeah.
stating that, considering what's about to happen.
Oh,
You were saying about up to your neck?
Who is Lois Lane?
Lois Lane is a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist who's been embedded in New Themyscira for 3 months, gathering intel on your Amazons for Cyborg. She's also one of the most beautiful women I've ever met.
Until now, you mean?
I don't know. Rachel Brosnahan's pretty gorge. This, I think, was also the first time I had seen an animated movie go this hard. I think for a lot of people, it was the first time they'd seen an animated thing, because even the other DC stuff before this hadn't gone this hard.
I used to be a doctor. Mention my dead son again, and I will break out my surgical instruments.
ooh, sexy.
my ring.
Oh,
Let me
the Flash
show
ring.
you that I'm telling the truth.
Why would he have the
My
ring though?
uniform is in that ring.
Well, we can talk about that in a minute. Hang on, I want to see the end of this scene.
Oh, that's right, because isn't it the yellow one?
Yeah.
I told.
So that means it was.
Yeah, I was trying. I knew there was something else in this scene, and I couldn't
Okay.
remember what it was. As soon as you said it, it was
What kind of name is Eobard?
The 25th century. He replicated
Good
the
question.
accident
That's a
that
dumb
allowed
name. I don't understand why you're talking
became
like
a
this.
criminal. Professor Zoom.
Their wolf, their castle.
Speed Force allows
I will
both of
say
us to bend the
the
law
fact that he
with
calls
his
him by
physical
every
He can travel
name
through time.
known to mankind in this movie, like he calls him Reverse Flash, Zoom,
Yeah.
Fawn. That was confusing for me as somebody who hadn't gotten that far into the Flash comics when I saw this. I was like,
Diana and Arthur
why is he
are
calling
about
him
to
like
start World
4
War
different
III.
names in this movie?
Yeah, because the show hasn't come out yet.
Exactly.
Because when did Flash start?
Oh, not until another year, I think, after this. The Arrowverse had just started when this movie came out.
Yeah, like 2 years. It starts the next year, 14.
Yeah.
In your reality, is my son.
Bruce is alive. He's Batman.
And he's nowhere near as messed up as you.
No, which, I mean, he's messed up. Don't get me wrong. Just in a completely other direction.
He has guilt issues, not violence issues.
He's got something of a god complex.
I thought you were supposed to be smart.
I am smart, Captain. Very smart.
I love that Slade is voiced by Slade.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a nice callback.
Yeah.
Aquaman's doomsday device should be easy for
Who's Lex?
Steve Blue, guy who's usually Spike Spiegel and Wolverine.
require an astonishing amount of energy.
Oh, okay.
I said Spike Spiegel, and I realized you've probably never watched Cowboy Bebop.
I'm familiar enough.
That's a lot of death, even for me.
I suggest if you want to prevent further tragedies of this magnitude,
Because I
Oh,
recognize
we're all dead. You're all dead. You're
Yeah,
all
yeah,
dead.
we're doomed. Doomed.
Dying.
Doomed.
Everyone's
doomed.
dying because this is Flashpoint, and there's no repercussions.
Nope.
It's all going to be redone anyway.
But also, this is why Mikey doesn't go on boats.
Yeah.
Because water will just do that.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is Aquaman, but water will just do that. I appreciate all the efforts that have been made over the years to try and make the Atlanteans as less lame as possible.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're underwater, they talk to fish. Yeah, no, they're still scary. Because they can do that.
You know, they say that lightning doesn't strike the same place twice.
That's actually been disproven so many times over. Like, it's mathematically, yes, it absolutely can strike the same place twice.
Yeah. Whoever said that lied. Sorry,
Whoever
guys.
said that
I got
was
nothing.
yeah, that's wrong.
Come on! I'm here! I'm right here!
Show me what you got. Maybe it's different in the book. I don't know. I've never understood this whole thing where why it doesn't work the first time, but it works the second time.
It's a good cliffhanger. That's the only.
If it was different in the book, it's been even longer since I've read the books.
The book is the same. It's the same. He does it twice. He gets burned the first time, and they do it again.
That's what they do in the movie too. I will say though, I do think I liked the way. Well, we can talk about that in a sec. I know I keep saying that, but it's like I don't want to talk over the whole movie. But
yeah.
But every time I'm about to make a point, something interesting happens. Now, I will say Superman's origin changing, I think, has the least to do with Barry, but it's the most interesting.
Yes.
Like he was off by a couple miles or whatever.
Yeah, so it changes all of it.
Yeah.
It's a big old fire.
Yeah. They're Amazons.
So sad.
Pointless. Also, yeah, once you start wearing her crown, you lose any moral high ground whatsoever. Honestly, if I'm Aquaman, yeah, it's like, yeah, you killed my wife.
Yeah.
But also, if I'm Aquaman, I'm not cheating on Queen Mara.
It depends on if it's Amber Heard or not. She'd just be cheating on you all the time. That was a bad joke.
That was great. It was wonderful. Bless you. Bless you for that. This might be the second most interesting thing they do in this whole story.
Yes.
Everything to do with this whole dynamic is the second most interesting thing. Yeah. So much so that I genuinely want to read like a mini run. I'm sure there's one out there.
Yeah, there is.
But, like that story in and of itself is so compelling.
Yeah. Well, because in the comic, he goes to her.
Yeah. I've seen the frames on the online at this point. It's been years since I read the comic. I think I read it after I saw this the first time, and that was it.
We try again.
Try again.
But sire, the device is too dangerous.
So I kind of liked how in the movie there was a time travel aspect to it, to where Barry knew where exactly that first accident was going to take place. So it made sense that he was able to replicate it exactly because he was back at the original accident. As opposed to now where it's like, I don't have a hard time buying that you know the exact chemicals you need.
Yeah.
But again, I'm trying to inject logic into comic books, so I might just need to take a step back.
Yeah.
They will pay for what they did to Queen Mara.
Shut up. Don't bring it up anymore.
I told you never to speak her name.
Yes, my liege.
Shut up or I'm going to make you eat cockroaches. Yeah, just...
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah. Are you telling me I got burned because you didn't plug one cord in the first time, Thomas?
Yeah.
This is all your fault. This is on you. That animation is so good. That looks so cool.
Yeah.
Told you I was fast.
Saved your boots.
Yeah.
Like a real man. That's the thing. Like the Flash and speedsters in general, their powers are so cool in animation and in games, but they're hard to make look not weird in live action, kind of like with stretchy powers.
It's just hard to film it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a frame rate thing. It's just, yeah.
Even though I'll say, like, what they did in Eternals, I thought was fantastic. It's the only good thing about that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder Woman's lasso made them spill their guts. Literally.
Bringing back Dana Delaney.
I know. God. I mean, well, like you bring back Kevin for Batman.
Yeah.
Is that Tom Daly or Tim Daly?
No, it's his son. His son Sam does it.
That's right. Yeah.
That's where you get that one episode where all the Superman show up to.
Yeah.
Final thoughts. If there is an afterlife, cushy anchor job would not be out of line.
There's worse ways to spend eternity.
Amazons, be ready for. Who are you? What are you?
Why are you?
Yeah.
Don't worry, hot legs.
There we go.
Here's this guy.
Things are somewhat frightful. We're
The Resistance. I know. Grifter. Godiva. This is High. Canterbury Cricket.
There we go.
To my share of chaos, I make my claim, and Etrigan is my name.
I love Etrigan.
Oh, great. You rhyme. That's not gonna
You're damn right he rhymes.
Yeah.
Lois Lane's famous mouth.
We're just gonna let that one go.
No, nothing we both like. No,
Nope. Mm-mm.
It's a hit the sand.
Never seen anything like it. Your burns are healing. You should be dead.
Your
Yeah,
bedside
but could you give me some pants?
Yeah. I'm still naked.
I had to make some
Again,
last-minute
like
alterations.
creativity with your powers. Barry
Yeah.
Allen is so creative with his speed.
Mm-hmm.
Once we know that, so I'm finally on the other end of that trick.
There we go. Nice.
I always love it when somebody does that to Batman.
Okay.
I also struggle with the idea of that dude being a doctor.
Yeah.
The guy. I'm not saying Batman. I'm saying the guy in that picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like if
Roughest doctor I ever seen.
If I'm looking for a doctor and my doctor comes in and he's just like that, I'm like, I will take literally anyone else.
I'm going somewhere else for physical.
Oh, and who's this handsome devil?
Pilot.
Died on impact?
Kicked off just as my men found him. Report said he muttered something in English. Beware my power. Then
That's the worst part to hear out of context.
General Lane, all my life I felt like something really special was waiting for me. Something nobody else on Earth could do. I think I just found it, so the last thing I am is afraid.
Good old Hal.
In my new memories of this timeline, I saw something. A meteor. It hit a city.
Metropolis, 30 years ago.
The same day Superman's rocket crashed in my reality.
When the way that they kind of about faced this in the Flash movie was, it did a decent job.
Yeah,
incorporating it. Yeah, it's like we can't get Henry Cavill back.
Where's your contact?
It's Kara. Cool.
And that poor girl got robbed. She was great.
Sasha Kaye was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, I didn't expect.
Looking forward to Millie Alcock though.
You still need a strategist for your little army? Someone who can put together a team with a chance of shutting down Aquaman and Wonder Woman?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But my way. I picked a team, starting with the Flash.
And then after the Flash, I'm picking Timmy, the guy who brings me my whiskey.
Yeah.
There's something there, but it's above even my clearance. I don't hack into government systems, Batman.
You do now. If you want me on your little suicide squad.
I said the thing.
I'm cycling the motion sensors and security cameras, but the loop won't go unnoticed for long.
Thanks, R2.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Flash, you do good, efficient work.
Yeah, exactly. Tight, efficient work.
I just checked 32 of the 33 rooms in this place and didn't find him. He's got to be in the last one.
Yeah. I'm thinking sitting was a bad idea.
Why? Are you getting tired?
Yeah.
Wake up, old man.
I know. I need some coffee or something.
I know. We need to get you coffee next time we do
How old
this.
is this coffee? Yep, that's cool.
God, that's my own urine.
Yeah. That's not coffee. It's kind of nutty. It's kind of crunchy.
Going through all these tubes, Sigourney Weaver just pops up. Kill me!
Yeah.
Brent,
of my franchise.
Brent Spiner's just there.
Yeah. Dude, this is just
This is brutal, but this is also 1,000,000% what would happen.
Yeah.
Sir, are you okay?
I'm going to be honest. I don't know what's worse, him being trapped in this room with red light, or the fact that Kara in the live action movie was just trapped in darkness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
This must be some kind of mistake. A rogue division of the government.
Keep telling yourself.
Yeah, no, or it's just the government.
Yeah, it's Cadmus.
Yeah.
He needs the sun.
Don't know if you can
There's no
understand.
Cadmus in this timeline. No, the government does all that shit on its own. They're just fucked up.
Yeah.
Return the stolen government property or face immediate fire.
You don't understand. They were using this man as a lab rat.
I don't think
Feeding him cheese. Putting him in mazes.
So beautiful.
I have direct orders from the President of the United States.
Maybe I can end this peacefully.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay. Still think you can end that peacefully there, Vic? Oh, just show it off.
Nice.
So cool.
Friends.
You guys just saw him take a missile, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this. Oh. They're just gone.
Yeah.
They're just gone. I forgot about that. Oh, no.
That's that whole, like, hey, man. Be happy Superman's on your side, guys.
I thought they started shooting at him and he flew away. I forgot that he murked everyone. Jeez.
This is the weirdest, like, why did we bother moment in this thing.
Again, it's one of those, if you buy into their take on time travel's ripple effect, it's fine. What would an alternate take on Hal Jordan be like in this universe?
No, that I like. Just this
Yeah.
part where it's just like, boop, and he does nothing.
Yeah. I don't remember what his part was like in the comic. I don't think it was more than this.
No.
Anything. But that's also why when you look at what they took out for the live action movie, it's fine that there wasn't a Green Lantern part, because
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
I will say I appreciate that this movie shows that he blew up that creature and there are parts falling everywhere. Because you see that very often in movies where a creature explodes and it's just an explosion. And it's like, nah, there should be guts galore.
We'll go to London, fight both sides, and save the world in the process.
Okay.
Here
we go. Now.
Okay. That sounds a good plan.
Well, I mean,
no
you
plan.
it's you can either die trying or die doing nothing, you know?
Yeah.
She saw something in New Themyscira, a super being who could move in the blink of an eye. Thawne. If it was him, why let Lane live, much less help her? If he's as fast as you, why let himself be seen? Incoming!
Oh, boom! Death from above!
Dude, the Atlanteans are so cool when they're written well.
Yeah.
And again, that's just good creative use of your powers. Again, you never think, I run fast, what can I do? No, you move fast. Every atom in your body, you can control every atom in your body. Flash is so powerful.
Ah, female armor.
What do you want? It was 2013.
I mean, that still hasn't gone away.
No, it still hasn't gotten much better, but
it just always cracks me up.
I know. Well, at least you know, this is the Amazon, so at least you know they can back. At least you know they can put up instead of shutting up. You know.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Atlanteans are fully armored and they got their asses kicked. So
yeah.
Man's final mad disgrace. He chops his nose to spite his face.
I'd love to get to write Etrigan just for a little bit.
Fight your way to the leaders. Once we have Aquaman and Wonder Woman, this war is over.
Or Flash super speed your way to him. You should be able to get there in seconds.
I mean, I guess they outmuscle him by like a shitload, but still. That's a pretty cool take on that, where they all become one. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's what
we
go. Yeah. Zap, shoot, bit. It's the Parademons punching Green Lantern all over again. Black Man is one of those villains I can't tell if he's cool or not.
It's some weird kind of thing.
Oh God, is it about to happen?
Maybe. Yes.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, no, that needed.
I like your style, Batman. A pity we never teamed up when the world still existed.
Batman and Grifter, the boy idiot. They keep up the right flank.
The joke makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's so dumb. It doesn't make any sense in the book or in this movie. It doesn't make any sense.
It's not in the book.
Is it not?
No, it's not in the book.
I gotta read the book again.
Yeah,
it's been so
long.
long.
I remember going to see it. Like they don't even talk. He dies before they even meet. Just means he hates him. That's all it means. Let's accept it. That just means he hates him.
Flush him out. Change all this.
No!
Quickly.
I won't stand by while people are...
Oh,
Still got it.
Batman. You got Batman.
Whenever
mofo.
somebody says Batman doesn't have superpowers, I direct them to that.
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh, I hate rebar injuries. I hate it every time I see it in an action movie. I hate it. Oh, I hate it. I think it's because rebar is like just like thick enough that it's like, oh,
yeah.
ow.
That's
Ow.
not just a cut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is my
It's again just beating on Cerberus. Say what?
This part where he just keeps getting shot and he kills him as he's dying.
He gets Boromired. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's satisfying, and I know it's not supposed to be. I know I'm not supposed to be rooting for that moment, but he has plagued my dreams for years.
That's my boy, though.
I saved Mom. That's right. No. It wouldn't have changed all
No,
this.
I wouldn't have changed all this.
Break the sound barrier and there's a sonic boom. You broke the time barrier, Flash. Time boom. Ripples of distortion radiated out through that point of impact, shifting everything just a tiny bit, but enough.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I don't know whose explanation I accept more, his or the live action.
I like this one, but it doesn't explain
It's still
the Aquaman Wonder Woman thing.
Well, it's still asking a lot. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's asking a lot. I think the best way to look at it as is we can talk about it when it's over, but
Turn the world
catchphrase time.
Do it.
I think it's just
get him.
I think it's I just want to watch him kick his ass real quick. Hang on.
No, it doesn't kick his ass. Remember?
Oh damn it! Oh no, they fight for a bit. Then he gets Oh yeah, this part's. I remember this part. This part's gnarly.
Oh, that's right.
Oh. Oh.
No!
Yeah, it just rips him
This
apart.
part's savage. Oh.
Speak the word.
Shazam!
Again, just like but also, you still sure you're the good guy here, Wonder Woman?
I know. That's, again, this is where I'm like,
Nope.
Hero. Friend.
So sad.
If I'm reading this for the first time and that's the way Cyborg goes out, I get why they make him an OG leaguer in the new 52 after this. It's like you give him that big of a send off. Like I get it. Yeah. Your brother's dead now, buddy. Was it worth it? Was any of this worth it?
What I do now, I do for the good of all.
As do I.
It's the equivalent of taking your ball and going home when you lost.
Mhm.
Nuke the planet.
Good job, Barry. The world is about to end, thanks to you.
Mhm.
I hope your mother has a good view of it. You can't let this happen.
Dude, he is like, and I mean this like as a compliment. He's so evil.
Yeah.
As long as I can siphon off the Speed Force, you can't escape this timeline. I'm afraid there just isn't enough speed force to go around.
Okay, yeah. You talk too much. Shut up.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that shot.
Quick and the Dead, baby.
Just-
So Quick and the
yes. Yeah, it's like just enough. Are you getting paid by the word here, dude?
Dead. Yeah.
Not if you go back in time and fix this.
Yeah.
The only way to save the world
is to hack the planet.
Take this. Run.
Go, bro. What are you doing? Oh.
I banged the Joker.
Yeah. So stupid.
Aquaman wakes up. Wait, there's a kill switch.
Yeah.
I like that they kind of sort of adapted this in the Snyder cut a little bit when he reverses the failure at the end a little.
Yeah.
Kind of little similar to that a little bit.
Stop! You have to stop!
Who the hell?
Get away!
I'm like, no.
No. Tackle hug.
Mom, I'm so sorry.
So sorry. So sad.
I gotta be honest with you, man. As a mama's boy, I kind of get it.
Yeah, it's a rough.
Look who's just joined the land of the living.
Do you save your mom or the guy who has a cure for cancer?
Yeah.
You don't finish the files by Friday, you'll be stuck here all weekend.
Well, it's not the end of the world.
Anybody else feel like he said that like it was supposed to mean something?
Yeah.
The things you were trying to teach me.
Barry?
Iris?
You're still white? No.
God. Oh, jeez. Right at the end.
You broke the chronal barrier, went back in time, prevented your mother's murder, and completely changed the time stream.
Nearly destroying the entire world along the way. Yes. There's still something I don't understand.
See, and I love these new 52 suits, and they don't end up coming back to him, which made me mad.
Up there. But my whole other life, I remember every birthday cake my mother ever baked me.
Yeah, because they changed the animation style in the next one.
Yeah.
Kind of temporal
But I love these new 52 suits.
Or perhaps it was a gift.
Especially Batman's. I really like Batman's new 52 suit. I know people crap on it, but I really liked it.
You're one hell of a messenger. Thank you.
Okay, is he gone?
Yeah.
Okay, it was a little rough, but that is what it is.
That's cool.
Trying to blend that 3D animation in there a little bit.
Yeah.
I get it.
See, I will say this: my complaints about the story are not against the movie because it's the comic.
Yeah. Any qualms I have with with it are purely in like the story of the comic, and we've talked about the Flashpoint paradox, at length in its own episode, but like this movie, like I think they did. And I clearly need to go back and read the book again because obviously I forgot more about it than I realized just in watching this from what you told me.
Yeah.
But from what I do remember, it does seem like they did their best to be like, what can we get rid of that doesn't directly involve the Flash, that isn't story important, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Flashpoint had so much going on in it that was like, if they tried to do everything, this would have been like a 4.5 hour.
Yeah, this is a Flash movie that's about this Flashpoint storyline.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
Flashpoint
can't.
from Flash's perspective.
Yeah. Otherwise, you got to make 3 different movies following Batman and his thing, and this guy and this thing. Yeah,
that's why you get him and his memories folding in on themselves in quick little montages, because we don't have the time.
I think this, for what it's adapting,
yeah,
this did a really good job with it, if that makes sense. You know, like, I'm not knocking the movie for what they did. I think they did a really good job kind of pacing this thing up, getting it to what it needed to be. The voice acting, I think, is stellar across the board. I don't have a problem with anybody.
No, not at all. Dude who plays Thawne, I guess,
C. Thomas Howell.
C. Thomas Howell. Yeah, God,
like,
can you?
That's out of left field. He'd make a great villain. Pony Boy, like, come on.
Pony Boy, that's who it was.
Stay golden, Eobon Thawne. Stay golden.
I kept wanting to say Soda Pop, and I knew that was the wrong one. I haven't read The Outsiders in years.
That's Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe is Soda Pop.
I know. I haven't seen it since it was middle school when I read it. But like, Thawne to me is he's up there with Bullseye. It's like, I know when we talk about like the most evil comic book villains, we talk about people like Joker and but like, when I think about like the real psychopaths, the ones who are just in it for the sake of being like, I know this applies to Joker too, but are like, Joker doesn't really have a vendetta against any one person. Like, yeah, you could say Batman, but ultimately Joker's an agent of chaos. Like, Thawne is out there to make Flash's life miserable. He's up there with like Bullseye for me. Bullseye is a psychopath that's out there to make Daredevil's life miserable. And so I love getting to see a Thawne, and we got actually a good bit of that in the CW show too. But this is
the fact that he spent an entire season acting like his mentor so he could teach him to be a better Flash, just so it was a better fight. You're just like, you just hate this guy.
Well, it was also that, and they were like, we have Tom Cavanaugh under contract, and him and Jesse L. Martin are gonna act circles around everybody on this show.
Oh, good night, they did.
All right, cool. And everybody else on that show was good. Anyway, but yeah, C. Thomas Howell, really sells the unhinged, madman that is the Reverse Flash. But I will say, ultimately what it comes down to with Flashpoint is the story. And we may have brought this up before. I don't know if it's something I am realizing now in watching this, but I feel like in our issues with, obviously, like their ripple effect time travel thing, I think it's easier to process if you look at it instead of a timeline as just an alternate dimension, which is why I think the next time they try to do something like this, it's Crisis on Infinite Earths, and they're like, hey guys, multiverse is a lot easier to explain than time travel.
Yeah,
it's multiverse this shit. And they were like, yeah, that's good, because then you don't have to worry about, well, if you Flash changes things, has it changed things? It's simple. It's just another universe where just everything's different. Ta-da.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, I do like the idea that they present here as why everything. I like what they did of like why this is all different. I just think the Wonder Woman Aquaman thing is way too different. Like, it's just one of those, like, this is like, and I don't, this is where I never read all the superfluous comic books.
It's so much. We
more.
Really need to. Jesus.
Well, no, we don't. But I mean, I think that's my thing is like, how does a Wonder Woman who's, I mean, I know, like, again, get into the Sonic Boom things change.
Yeah.
But her origin has zero to do location wise, anything to do with Flash. They don't meet until Justice League. So
well, again, I think that's part of the
yeah.
It has nothing to do with him, but it's just I think for me, it's what's missing the most from the movie.
Maybe.
I know it's part of the montage. I think they needed to spend more time with that. Then I think and again, I know this thing like is barely 90 minutes already. I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's an extra 10 or 15 minutes you add on to this with just more of the I don't know, or you take something else. I don't know.
Well, it's not even a kids movie, so you can make it 2 hours. That's my thing.
Well, but this was when they were still in those early days of where they weren't sure with these things. You know what I mean? Like they weren't streaming yet. They were still putting them out on DVDs. Because I watched this one on a DVD. I was working at a Walmart. It hit the shelf. I bought it on my break. I watched it when I got home.
Yeah. See, this is one I think.
Because sorry, real quick. This is even before Dark Knight Returns, when they did it in 2 parts.
Yeah.
This is so like they hadn't even delved into that idea yet. So this is back when they were like, we still need to make them because they're going on a DVD. They're usually putting a bunch of a short and some other stuff on there. Usually when you bought these DVDs, it was like $10 with the movie and then a bunch of other extra stuff on it. So
no, see, I would be intrigued if you did like a series of this. So you could really explore all the weird. I mean, they would never do that.
Well,
but
I think there's room to do it in animation form again if they wanted to really do the whole thing, you know what I mean? Live action wise, especially considering how things went with the Flash movie,
how Flash bombed.
Well, and I actually and I do want to talk about that a little bit actually, because there are some things that I think, again, because they'd had all these years to sit on it and say, okay, how can we do this but do it better and still be the same thing, kind of like we've been talking about. So in the Flash movie, instead of it being the Reverse Flash, obviously because we hadn't introduced any of that shit yet in their version, but their take on it was that it was this tortured, demonic elder version of Barry that had been trapped in the Speed Force for all these years, trying to create the perfect version where everything works out. I almost feel like that's like the next natural chapter of Flashpoint Paradox if you wanted to make it even longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like that idea from the movie. If you're it's like that's almost better than it just being Reverse Flash being a dick. That it's just the idea that he himself is trapped. Because my other qualm with the story is the idea that Flash can't go back because Reverse Flash is siphoning off too much of the Speed Force. And the only but then how did he go back in the first place? Is it just the fact that he exists? Does he have to be actively doing it? Well, then I don't know. And again, maybe I'm trying to inject too much logic into a comic book, but I feel like and this is a problem I've always had. I don't remember if that part was in the book or not, but with this movie is I'm like, but how did he get here in the first?
Yeah, there's a little more we need in order for us to buy that explanation of this.
Again, I think there's another 10 or 15 minutes if you do this movie. If you do this movie again, you make it a full 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I think, or you do it as like a 3 or 4 part mini series.
Yeah.
You know, so, but yeah, there's this, but yeah, like you said earlier, any problems I have with this movie aren't with the movie itself. This is with the overall story of Flashpoint.
Yeah.
But those are things that we and other people have said a million times over at this point. So as far as an adaptation goes, I think it
works. It's not bad. It's not great. It's a lot of fun.
Watching it again after all these years, I will say it's not as bad as I remember by far. There's a lot more in it that I like, but there is still definitely the things that I do not like. I still definitely do not like.
Yeah. I think for me, like, it's an okay movie that the voice acting heightens. Like, if you had any bad voice acting, it's some of the stuff starts going blah.
Yeah.
And if you had told me Kevin McKidd would scare the crap out of me as Batman, I'd been like, the dude from Trainspotting? Are you sure?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie that is definitely saved by its incredible animation, stellar voice acting, and I mean,
and quick pace.
Its ability to trim the fluff, if not almost to a fault. I mean, but as far as making it just like, as far as like it just getting the Flash stuff, that's cool. It's fine. I just would have liked more. It's just, the world itself asks me to accept a lot in a world where I'm already being asked to accept a lot.
Yeah.
And even in comic books, I can only be asked to accept so much. But, obviously, we're just a couple of grumpy dudes. Let us know what you guys think down below. And on your way down there, please be sure to subscribe. It's on the way. Be efficient. Come on. It's a good thing to do. And make sure you guys follow us on all the social medias. You can find me on social media at Mr. Mike Shea.
You can find me across all social media as the Hustle Man.
It would help if I told you where you could follow us on social media. So follow us on all social media at WATB Pod.
Those places too.
And we will see you guys again next time. Same bat podcast channel.
Bye-bye.